technically, I guess it'd be like... rude? I've cooked for friends and family, I've cooked for Rhett and Link, I've cooked for my fellow kitcheneers, but today I face my greatest challenge yet. I cook for a food critic. Again, because I did that. Welcome, Memo Torres. Memo, what's up, man? Yeah, give it up for Memo! Give it up for food writers! Come on! Yeah, everyone! This is the energy that we bring! Memo, let's talk turkey here, man. So I'm gonna create a 3-course fine dining meal out of one ingredient that we have picked off a 7-Eleven shelf.
Okay.
Now you've eaten some of the best food from across the world, I assume. Or at least the best food in LA, which is like the best food in the world.
Pretty much, yeah, it's representative.
Do you think that I can create anything close to the best food that you've had?
I don't know, man, depends what's under there, like what, protein powder or something?
It's pure creatine! No. All right, let's get to the secret ingredient, man. Here we got Doritos.
Whoa, all right.
What do you think about that?
What are you gonna do, nachos or something?
I think we can get a little bit fancier than nachos, but you actually said before you work for LA Taco, the James Beard Award-winning LA Taco, and so you said you hoped that I would make you a taco today.
Yeah, I wanted to put you up to the challenge, man, because sometimes I see some crazy tacos come out of here, so I wanted to see what kind of taco you would produce.
Oh man, we can get a little crazy.
So am I gonna get a taco?
Crazy. Oh, you're gonna get at least one taco, and at most one taco.
Awesome.
You're gonna get a taco. Well, let's say at least. All right, Memo, I got my work cut out for me. I'm gonna get to cooking.
Hey, my name's Memo Torres. I write, I take pictures, I do video of food, and I work for a publication called lataco.com. So, Doritos has got to be like one of the best chips out there. It's got perfect flavor, cheesiness, a little bit of seasoning, and a perfect crisp every single time. Do I think Josh can impress me with Doritos today? I don't know, we're about to find out.
How does one impress a professional food critic with Doritos? I'm actually asking because I have no idea. Apparently it involves eggs and corn. What we're doing right now, we're making somewhere in between a Korean steamed egg, a Japanese chawanmushi, and a Mexican flan. You'll see where this is about to go. So, this is very silly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a bunch of milk and we're gonna add that to a pot right now. We're gonna get that steaming. My thought with the Doritos is that Doritos are made of corn and they have a fair amount of corn flavor in them. So I wanna marry that with some fresh corn. And one of my favorite combinations of foods that I ever had was a fresh corn and dashi steamed egg custard dish from a Japanese restaurant. And let's see if Doritos can sort of seamlessly integrate their way into that. So I'm adding about 1 ear of charred corn into milk right now. We're gonna get some dehydrated dashi, which is it's like smoked fermented tuna shavings, mixed with some kombu seaweed. And so we're gonna add that right there. I'm also adding 2 teaspoons of sugar because I want this to set up a little bit like a flan. Sugar and corn go really well together. You know what goes really well is sugar and corn Doritos. Next time you're eating Doritos, just cover an ear of corn and sugar and go to town. Bring back memories of road trips up to Pismo Beach. I would ride dune buggies and I would try and do a jump, but then once I fell off and a dune buggy ran over my leg and I screamed and I cried. No one was around to hear me. Real story. I'm gonna take some of these Doritos. Doritos have a lot of annatto seed in them, which is an ingredient in achote. This is a real thing. And so it is going to color this very nicely, add a delicate nacho cheese flavor to our flan chawanmushi steamed egg situation right here. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of salt. There we go, there we go. Great, now I'm gonna whisk up these eggs right here. I think Memo is gonna be super impressed with this. Via his writing, Memo has directed me towards some of the best tacos of my life. He actually directed Rhett towards the best tacos he ever had with Jesse, because I told them to go to B Taqueria in West Adams. They had a nice romantic date, and I'm pretty sure Rhett got lucky, so Rhett, you owe your love life to Memo Torres, man. You should thank him. All right, we're gonna wait for this to come to a boil. Gonna mash it around. Yeah, you can already see some of that delightful violent orange hue leaching off of the Doritos. This is gonna be so dumb, God. Well, you know, nothing to do but to push forward. And then of course, we got some fine garnish work. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of trout roe. And dude, we'll see. I've never done anything like this. Here's the thing, here's the thing about a restaurant. Is they like work for a long time to make a couple things taste really good. I've literally never done this before. So we're about to see what happens. Waiting for my Doritos to soften, chef. So we're just gonna dump this into a blender right now. We're gonna try and puree this. Doritos have a fair amount of starch in them. There is a slight worry that in this dish it's gonna get a little bit gritty, but hey, we're gritty boys and girls here. Dumperoonie. That's gross. And then pop the top. Those Doritos are gonna give me energy for later. Gonna run her up. I think this is gonna be great. See where we're at. It smells really nice. You got all the toasted corn notes in there. You're smelling the Doritos. Let's give it a little taste, see where we're at. Okay, that's pretty dang good. Wow, wait, that's, hold up. We might have done something here. I'm gonna drop a little bit more salt in there, but that is tasting real nice. Does it need more Doritos? God, does it need more It needs more Doritos. Just a couple, little handful, one for the boatman. Or more. Oh God. There you go. All right, let's see where we're at now. Now we're talking. Now we're in hefty Dorito territory. We sure are in hefty Dorito territory. Let's strain it. There it goes. Right now we're just trying to get some of that Dorito starch out. So that Doritos. We got it. Ben, I got it. Ben, I got it. We're gonna move it. Okay. So what we're trying to do is trying to strain some of that Dorito solids out of our chawanmushi. It's not a chawanmushi. It's a, I mean, there's Doritos in it. It's like a flan. It's like gonna be eggs. You had eggs? It's gonna be like that. All right. Kind of wiggle, a little wiggle. I taught myself to whistle when I was 19 years old. Are you impressed? Self-taught, no lessons. I kind of missed out on some like learning how to do things during childhood. You know, telling myself how to ride a bike. That was pretty cool. No training wheels either. Just roughed it. Couple scrapes. Taught myself how to apply a Band-Aid. That was cool. All right. So we got our eggs whisked up. Now we're gonna temper in the hot liquid to the eggs, which is, you just kind of like add it gradually. We don't need to do an actual tempering. You add a little bit. What you do if you're making a custard, so your eggs don't scramble, is you add the liquid in gradually, so it brings the eggs up to temp gradually. But like, you don't need to be that careful with it. Nicole laughs in culinary school. Bro, that's tempering. I did it. All right, just taste the raw egg mixture. Oh, dude, I'm covered in. God dang it. I'll tell you what, that's the chef dance. That's what all chefs do. That's what Joel Robuchon does after he goes, oh, these potatoes are silky. Also, Joel Robuchon, what? He's dead? Oh, Jacques Pepin's alive. Robuchon's dead. When Jacques Pepin tastes his clams, he goes like, all right, great. Ooh. All right, so now we're just tossing in some of this fire roasted corn on some nice pops. Dang, I was gonna shoot. Hold on. No, sorry. Wait for it. No, this is gonna be fine. Hold on. What I'm gonna do? Dang it. Okay, so we're saving some of the corn for garnish, and so what we're gonna do, this is a technique called corn egging. What you do in French cookery is you dip the corn in a bath of egg, you egg it, the corns of course, and then you're gonna rinse them off later, and then you're gonna garnish it. It's totally fine. I saw it. All right, so now we're gonna put this back into this. This is going back in here. Sometimes we get comments that are like, you can tell Josh isn't a real chef because he does this. I'm like, you right. I have no rebuttal. That's just an astute observation. All right, so now, hold on, they should see this. We got little ramekins, yep, rattling around in a bain-marie. We're gonna cook the ramekins and get that out of there. We cook the ramekins in water, that way it insulates the heat, doesn't get your eggs scrambled, cook too much on the outside. Should be nice and silky smooth. We're making two in case one screws up, then the other one will also be screwed up because the same thing has happened to them, but then at least we have two. Nicole laughs because it's true. And yeah, hey, well, hey, we got snacks. All right, so now we have this, and we're gonna wrap it in foil. I'm actually gonna put it in I say actually as if you had any idea what I'm about to do with this. I'm gonna put this in a 250-degree oven, let it steam for like an hour and a half because I want it to, if you cook eggs hot, they'll rise, all the proteins just go like Jacques Pepin dancing after clams. And then it'll be done, hopefully. Well, no. Allons-y! That's what Jacques Pepin says, his French. So we got our steamed eggy wigs out of the oven. We got all of our garnish stuff here. We got our burnt scallion habanero oil. We just charred the heck out of some scallions and habaneros, blended with olive oil and a little bit of salt. We got some charred corn that definitely wasn't out of the trash. We have trout roe. Trout roe, it's like caviar, except it's from a little American river fish. They go and they squeeze it and the eggs pop out. Fresh Doritos and some chives. So let's, God, I hope this comes out. We're gonna plate it. And we're gonna do it off center. You're gonna go rap, and then kind of, we kind of gotta scream at it. Ah! The sound vibrations actually help it come out. Come on! There we go, look at that. We got our nice, it's like a steamed egg flan kind of thing. Now we're just gonna garnish it.
I don't know what Josh is gonna do with these. If he does anything different than what there already are, he might mess them up. So have some doubts, but let's see.
Memo, I see you've already been served our trio of Dorito appetizers. So here we have our esquites steamed egg custard. We have blended Doritos with cream, egg, a little bit of dashi concentrate, and then some fresh charred corn in there. We've topped it with chives, salmon roe, some more charred corn. There's a charred scallion habanero oil around the rim, and of course some fresh Doritos for texture. Please enjoy.
You serious?
What were you expecting?
This is, just the sound of it does not sound enjoyable, but we'll see.
Have you ever had anything similar?
I have not had anything like this. I thought it was like some kind of flan with something on top. I don't know.
debated calling it a flan, and then I was like, let's not set myself up for that expectation.
All right. Okay.
But keep an open mind. It's meant to be served cold. The fish eggs should add a nice little pop, and there should be some nice Dorito corn flavor in the actual steamed egg itself.
Okay.
Get some of the charred habanero scallion oil on the bottom.
How big of a spoonful do I even want to go?
As much as the diner desires.
I'm gonna do a little one, just because this looks skeptical as hell. Serious food critic face. What do they do?
There it is. He didn't spit it out. I'll take that.
All right, I gotta admit,
The scent of it going in is powerful. I mean, you can smell the fish and you can smell the egg, and those are two things you don't want to smell together going in. I like that the corn is giving you a nice little texture on it. It's a little crunch. I can taste the Doritos slightly in this, what do you call this? Pudding?
Yeah, let's call it a steamed flan. It's a flan. It's like a tofu, like a tofu flan.
This is a flan, dude. Like, oh my God. I want to try it again, hold on.
You went in for a second bite.
Yeah.
Is it pleasant though? I wanted to show the more subtle side of Doritos with course one.
I gotta tell you, it's not terrible. There's something very interesting about it that leaves me curious to try it more, but overall, I don't think I would finish this at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna have another bite.
Is there any way you think I could improve on this dish, or do you think this is just, shouldn't go forward with it?
This is like if somebody made some delicious dog food for like that's high class, that's probably what this would be, man. Cause this is like, the consistency is like the pour out for my puppy.
Wait, hold on, brother. Like a high-class dog, like a high-class LA dog that goes to those fancy
little
dog
poodle,
emergency rooms.
You know the dogs that don't walk themselves, they have little like stroller for them, you know?
They
Like
get
one of those dogs, yeah.
They get treated better than I do. They wash themselves more often.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Well, hey, there's only going up from here, Memo.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know what else you're gonna bring me, but here, you can take that back.
Okay, but hey, guys, it's unacceptable, okay?
Yeah.
Come on.
anybody that lives in the hood and has ice cream trucks coming by, you know Doritos is usually a main ingredient in those little Frito bowls. You can have Fritos, you can have Lay's, but I personally choose the Doritos. They throw chili, they throw some cheese on there, some jalapenos. That to me is the greatest way to have a Dorito. But I don't know if many people using Doritos are having the audacity to try to make it into something else. A taco? I don't know.
I didn't want to make Memo a taco. I did not want to make him a taco because Memo has had the best tacos in LA and thus the world. Also all across Mexico he's been to. But that said, he is like literally the taco critic. And so he insisted that I make him a taco, and now we're doing it. So let's see what happens. I'm pretty confident though. I make a lot of tortillas, make a lot of tacos. We're gonna figure this out. Right now we're making a Cool Ranch squid ink tortilla that we're gonna do a dry-aged Dorito beer battered sea bass taco on with a Cool Ranch you're about to see. So I'm gonna take some Doritos, I'm gonna grind them up with flour. We're going flour instead of corn because, I don't know, I like flour tortillas. humble brag, I just got back from Baja. And I had a lot of really great flour tortilla tacos there. Flour tortillas date back several hundred years in Mexico, especially in the north and in Baja and Sonora. And so we're gonna try and make a really dank squid ink flour tortilla with Doritos crushed up into it. So technically, I guess it'd be like, rude? Yeah, now we're grinding Doritos. I'm grinding the Doritos with the flour in this, trying to make it as homogeneous as possible. Gonna crank it up a little bit. There we go, do one of these. And just crank it. There we go, there we go, there we go. So, oh, all right, now we're gonna get it out. Gonna dump flour into here. And what you gotta do, in my experience, don't stick your hands in the Vitamix, that hurts. What we're gonna do is we're going to take some pork lard and we're gonna massage it into flour with our hands. This gets the fat to cover all of the gluten in the flour, and that should leave it nice and pliable, we hope. You want small little pebbles, and then the water should be about like, let's say 103 degrees. Yep. And then we got some squid ink. I'm gonna just dump all of this. This is fresh from the Italian deli. They only sell it in little ketchup packets, because as you all know, Italians, when they eat pizza, they like to take a little packet of squid ink and just squeeze on every bite. Yeah, little bastard. All right. Can I say bastard? I can say bastard. There we go. That's looking good. And then we're gonna take our hot water. Hot water is really key. It's the same way you would make dumpling wrappers for xiaolongbao. And we're gonna dump that in there. You don't want to do it all at once. And then, God, this smells like the dumpster outside of a seafood city, which makes really great fried chicken, ironically. And that's looking beautiful. We're gonna take this out, and we knead it with our hands. It's really pliable and soft right now, but that is because that water is hot. So we're simply gonna knead that in there. It's looking lovely. You don't wanna over knead a flour tortilla though. Smash all that color in there. This looks pretty rad. And lovely. Now we're gonna let this dough rest a little bit. We're gonna cover it, let it hydrate for about 15 minutes, and we're gonna press it out. Beer battered fish. I was gonna say we're going pretty classic with this one, and then I remembered all the Doritos and also the fact that this is truly one of the most beautiful pieces of fish you could ever get. This is a dry aged branzino from a spot called The Joint in LA. Shout out to Leeway. He makes really awesome fish, supplies to a lot of restaurants. We just went there and got it. Now we're gonna Dorito batter it. I think it's gonna be really good though. It's gonna be big. There we go. And I wanna take this off the skin. We will save the skin. Oh, I should fry up the skin and put it on the thing. I didn't even think about that, dude. And then I'm just gonna take a knife and run it along the skin here. Really fantastic. I love this dude who's just like, you dry aged steak, why can't you dry aged fish? Turns out you really can. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Sorry. We're gonna make like a really oversized, ostentatious fish taco here. I'm just saying, Josh, when have you ever done anything oversized or ostentatious? All right, the hell is that noise, dude? It's like a wounded giraffe. So now we're gonna take that, and we have equal parts. It's Cool Ranch Doritos is what we're doing. We have equal parts Cool Ranch Dorito and flour in that. We're gonna make a quick little batter. Also, here's just some ranch powders to season up, just to add a little extra. Drop a little salt in there, probably. I don't know. Beer. I'm just using a light beer, Modelo, super cold. That's gonna be key in this. We're just gonna whisk that into our batter right here. I tend to like a kind of thinner, lacier batter, and we're cooking this twice. It's the way that a lot of taqueros do it. In Mexico, you cook it once, and then you just kind of hold it, and then you just drop it back in the fryer when somebody orders a taco. But it actually leads to like a much crispier batter that almost has this like it's like a carapace. It's like a carapace of batter. You guys use the word carapace in your daily life? You're gonna drop an egg white in there. I like to use that instead of whole egg, and a shot of tequila, because hard alcohol evaporates at a lower temperature than water. So in theory, that should make it extra light. I'm gonna take the fish, nice and battered, splash it a little bit. Yeah, do that, that seems right. Let it go, and then, God bless. Ugh. All right, our fish fillet is done. Well, it's gonna get second fried, so right now I'm just gonna pull it out while it's cooked and the batter is set. And then this is a giant log of fish, dude. I hope Memo's impressed with how big our log is. And then when we're ready to actually plate the taco, we're just gonna drop it back in the fire, put it on top, so it's the last thing that gets cooked right before it goes into Memo's face. Memo, man, what is it? Shoot, I forgot. Buen provecho? Buen provecho.
Being a kid from the hood myself, growing up with 7-Eleven products, eating fast food, I really enjoy watching Josh's videos and seeing all the creative stuff he does with that kind of food. But, you know, mostly I hate the guy. How can somebody be that good looking and that like buff and have a food show and eat food and eat all the kinds of stuff that he eats? Because I mean, look at me, dude. Like I eat tacos and I just get fatter and fatter. This guy just gets bulkier and bulkier. It's not fair, Josh.
Memo, course number 2. Right now we have a beer and Dorito battered reindeer penis. Now this is locally sourced from Burbank. This is a reindeer that we found in the alley behind a 7-Eleven. No, this is actually, this is dry-aged branzino. This is a really beautiful fish from the joint out in Sherman Oaks. We have made a Cool Ranch Dorito beer batter. And then we also have a chipotle aioli, avocado, and key lime puree. We have a chile de arbol ranch hot sauce on
Chile
there.
of what?
Chile de arbol.
Arbol.
Arbol?
Arbol.
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 Oh, this is embarrassing. Chile de arbol.
There you go.
There it is, nailed it. And then a little bit of pico de gallo, some radish, cabbage, squeeze some lime on it, go to town, man. I'm proud of this one.
This looks promising. I gotta say the presentation is beautiful.
Thank you.
This little pico de gallo, nicely diced. I haven't seen it that diced, but it's beautiful. And this long.
Maybe
I don't know.
It's just like kind of cut part of it.
Yeah, I think I might.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I don't want to turn into a meme putting this thing into my mouth.
Oh, we've all been there. Oh, we've been there.
All right, but let's cut this. Let's see the inside of this. Ooh, that looks like some good fish in there. It's steaming. It's crusty. You can hear the crust.
We
on there.
double fried it.
All right. I usually like to take the first bite without lime because lime can be a little overpowering.
Smart.
So let's go.
Oh, and then a squid ink Dorito flour tortilla. I didn't mention that. There's
Oh, that's
lot
a
going
squid
on.
ink?
Yeah, that's what a squid ink's
Ah,
coming.
where'd you get this from? Machine or somebody? Well, this does smell good. Not compared to the other one, yeah. All right.
What are we thinking?
This is delicious.
Let's go! I want a high five. You're not supposed to high five the
This is
critic.
delicious. You redeemed yourself with this one. I think the flavor of the sauce of the guacamole, the pico de gallo, the little, cabbage you have in the bottom, the crust on that fish, and you can actually taste the Doritos.
Yeah.
You can actually taste it.
The Dorito accents the dry-aged branzino.
Yeah, actually, this is actually fire, dude.
Hell yes.
This would go on a taco list if you sold this somewhere. This is actually very delicious. I'm gonna finish this one.
I'm expecting an editorial plug in the next LA Taco Best Tacos in LA. You can't buy it anywhere, but maybe Venmo me and we'll see what's up.
This is a delicious taco. You added yourself.
Hell yeah. you ready?
Congratulations. I was really worried about your taco. I was.
Food's very surprising because you can be in an unexpected place, a bar in Culver City that does not look Mexican at all, but for some reason the chef in the back is Mexican and he can make some enchiladas that remind you like your mom's enchiladas, bring you a tear, and food to me is beautiful in that way, especially when it can reach those parts of you that, recollect those beautiful memories.
Let's make a pie. Specifically, we're making a Doritos Flawless Crust key lime pie with a chamoy foam and compressed cucumbers. You might ask, what's a compressed cucumber? I don't really know, but we're gonna vacuum seal some cucumbers with lime and sugar, and hopefully they don't just taste like pickles, but they might. Again, never done any of this. Let's do it. We're gonna dump a bunch of Doritos Flawless. This is a Flamin' Hot Dorito, but with some more citric acid, and they're a delight. They're nice and sour, which is gonna lend really well to key lime pie. This is called chamoy. This is a pickled fruit and chili paste from Mexico, blended with a lot of lime, and it is absolutely delicious. You put it on fruit, it's really great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add that to a pot with water and sugar and a little bit of gelatin, and then we're gonna get that cooled down, and we're gonna turn this into a foam that should be a nice accompaniment. That gave me instant heartburn. That is awesome, I love that. It should be a really nice accompaniment to this key lime pie. So we're gonna drop some sugar. We're doing a classic crumb crust. Typically it might be graham crackers, but no, we're doing Flawless Doritos, a bunch of butter and sugar. And then, yes. All right, so we're just gonna grind this up. I'm gonna pack it in there, pour some key lime pie mixture. Really simple, classic, egg yolk, condensed milk, key lime juice. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. All right, that's what we're looking for. Let's give it a taste. Oh man, what's that song from Grease where it's like, I'm electrifying or something? That's how I feel. You're the one that, I'm the one that you want? Wow, Nicole. Awkward, am I right? So, now we're gonna take some of this crust. It's nice and wet, but it's all gonna come together with all the sugar when all that melts down. What is burning on this? Ain't no time to figure that out. So we're just gonna pack this around here. We're gonna toss in our key lime pie mixture And then we're gonna bake this off, and then we're gonna cut it into some nice, elegant bars. We could not afford to hire a full-time pastry chef at this restaurant, and so we are just making BS phoned-in desserts, like 85 to 90% of restaurants these days, which look, I get it, it's hard, but like, you know, pastry is an art, it's fun, support your local pastry chef, y'all. Trevor flipped me off. You're like half a podcaster now, you a-hole. Jeez.
What do you mean half?
Well, you're like half a pastry chef, half a podcast. If you're in a restaurant and the pastry chef was like, I'm gonna start a podcast and like, you know, we gotta go do that now, I'd be like, no. Trevor, we love your podcast, it's great. You also bake good desserts, but you know, that's the reason that we're doing this and not a clafouti. You don't think I would have loved to make Memo Torres a clafouti? That would have been incredible. We're making glorified lemon bars over here. I could take to a church bake sale. Anyways, I'm gonna go pop this in the oven. This is still burning. All right, we got the key lime pie out of the oven. You wanna see how we got it out of the oven? Cole's really milking the moment with the brand new Mythical Kitchen Oven Mitt available at mythical.com. Super proud of this thing, it looks really rad. Got the Pastapus, yeah, Nicole's demonstrating all the uses. Did you hit yourself in the face? Anyways, go buy it, it's really rad. And it works too, we like made sure of it. All right, so we're just gonna lift this out. Kinda unsheath it a little bit. I'm gonna try and get a perfect little rectangle. We got our knife covered in water right there. And give me a minute. We have a beautiful little square of Dorito key lime pie right there. And then here, you might say, Josh, what are these stupid little green squares in the sack? Well, these are our compressed cucumbers with lime. Don't call it pickle relish, because it kind of is. I'm just gonna kind of, yeah, I'm gonna finish plating this up, and then, I got hit with. I'm gonna finish plating this up, and then we're gonna serve it to Memo and see if he hates me.
I think what I love most about covering food in Los Angeles is getting to meet the people. Los Angeles is so diverse, and food is a great gateway to learning about other cultures, learning about histories, learning how other people ended up here in Los Angeles, and it's a great unifier. And other than that, it's just I love food, you know, and trying different things, and you'll never know what kind of cuisine is gonna surprise you.
For dessert, we have a Doritos Flamas key lime bar with compressed cucumber, tahini, lime zest, and chamoy foam.
Okay.
Enjoy.
This actually, honestly, might sound weird, but this looks promising.
The cucumber, the chamoy, the tahini
Yeah.
were kind of inspired by, you know, the fruteros of LA.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these are all flavors that are right in my wheelhouse. All right, so let's try to get a perfect bite on this.
The chamoy foam was a new technique to our kitchen, we're not gonna lie. There it is.
Get a little bit of all of that in there.
We've confused him.
There's a lot going on here.
Sure is, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. It's like stretching the outer boundaries of being balanced and working together, but it makes it kind of an exciting dish.
Yeah, it's like riding the lightning, you know?
It is, yeah. I like the way the key lime works with the hot Cheetos. Well, it's not hot Cheetos, it's the Doritos Flamas.
Yeah.
Red dye, hot sauce.
There's so much red
whatever.
dye in there.
Yeah, I know. The chamoy, this right here is interesting. I think this actually adds an element that anchors this down because the flavors here are so contrasting. So, I don't know. I feel like if we started off really low,
Yeah.
and then you went really high with that branzino taco, this kind of is like right there in the middle. It's like, it's like, okay, it's okay.
That's a perfectly balanced meal, though. That's
Yeah.
what you want. You want to ride the highs and the lows and end up just being really confused on your way out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's how I like to eat.
Yeah, this definitely echoes the vibes of a street frutero with the tajin and the chiles, the key lime. So yeah, I approve of this dish.
Hi, Memo. If you were writing a review about this restaurant that does not exist, would it be a positive one?
It'd be a mixed one. I would say order the taco, stay away from everything else, and get the dessert at your own risk.
Hey, that's fine, because the tacos, that's the most expensive item at the restaurant. I'll take it.
Honestly, I would definitely recommend that taco. You really did outdo yourself. And I am super critical of tacos.
I know, honestly, you have sent me to some of the best tacos in my life. Everybody, check out Memo Torres at LA Taco. Check out LA Taco's work in general. They do awesome stuff. Memo, thank you so much for being here, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for this food. Well, thanks for the last two meals.
Yeah,
not
I'll
the
get
first
that.
one. The
No,
first
well,
one, yeah.
We packed up the rest of it to go.
No, it's okay. You can keep that.
I know, it's already in your car. We broke in.
Well, I have a dog at home that'll enjoy it.
Hey, hell yeah. And thank you all so much for stopping by the Mythical Kitchen. We got new episodes of our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Hit us up on Instagram and TikTok. That's where we are, at Mythical Kitchen. Support your local taquero. Check out LA Taco. Memo, I'll see you around, man.
Thanks, homie.
The Mythical Kitchen's favorite way to obliterate garlic immortalized in t-shirt form. Get the Palm Heel Strike tee now at mythical.com.